feedback. Gunny gave me the disclaimer clause. George sir called me. I had a couple of other calls. So there is a challenge now. The challenge is beautiful that I've got a set of students coming in. Right, I've got a set of students coming in, and I've got a set of business people coming in. So if I do a lot of theory, business people will get angry. If I talk only practice, students will get angry. So what do? I talk to Harish sir, and Harish sir always, as practical as he is, I love him. He said, "Sir, ये तो होने वाला है." But then I said, "ये होने वाला है, but how do we tackle it?" So what I've done is, and you love it for this, I will discuss theory and immediately come to practice. वो बोलते हैं ना गुज्जू लोग पे, ये हमारे लिए क्या है इस पे? So I will come to that. So today I'll end with startup India. So you go back with something that you can apply, Menon mantras. So we start with theory, economy. We will talk about economics, macroeconomics, and then we will straight away go on to understanding what you can do as a businessman. And I love challenges, huh? I love challenges. So students welcome, businessmen welcome. Okay, give me a feedback at the end of today's session. Okay, love you all. Here we go. So what are we going to do? The start, we are going to understand all the key macroeconomic indicators. I've asked only for 1 hour, and I promise I'll make a difference in your lives. Just 1 hour, okay? For both theory and practice. So we will start with, as all of you have defined the syllabus, day one, you have defined the syllabus. In Harvard, they call it Macroeconomics 101. I call it Indian business environment. Simple, plain Indian business environment. So what are the two terms that we need to understand? We need to understand first what is national income. And within national income, don't get too theoretical. Hello, listen to it carefully. There are two terms which is called as GDP and GNP. GDP and GNP. Okay. Now, before we go on to GDP, GNP, my passing reference is for Bhutan, which is doing something called as gross happiness product. So I will not describe that here. My request to all the students here, please read about gross happiness product, and we will have a chat about it. I've got a separate session for you all coming up. So what is GDP? GDP essentially is this. It is nothing but consumption plus investment plus government plus net of exports minus imports. Today we have a big problem. Consumption has fallen, as Abhishek Biyani would tell you. Damodar Industries, investment, everybody is rethinking. I am also advising everybody to rethink. Here I want to praise my student known as Platinum Industries. He's doing very well, but I keep telling Krishna Rada this, you are one of the few, so expand now. But others have saying, hold back, re, abhi kuch nahi karna, re, abhi kuch nahi karna. Amit says that, how do I manage to help everybody? If there is a will, there is a way. So all the students today I'm saying, please, right? Hold yourself back. There is another definition which says GNP. No hands to be raised now, please. We have a separate question answer session, Aishwarya. Please don't disturb my flow, but please put your hand down, bache. There is another definition which is called as GNP, which essentially talks about, right? Please don't raise hands. It is disturbing me. There's a question answer session, please, right? Mona, please don't enable this raise hands, Anto, if possible. And disturb, Mona. I'm getting disturbed. Right?
Yes, sir. I will just try to.
Yeah, no, I don't want to hurt anybody, but I don't want this to be a theory session. So please understand receipts from abroad minus payments made abroad. Here I want to tell you, colleagues like Gunny have done it for India. India has the highest remittances in the world. So that man sitting there, that Malayali sitting in Dubai, and that Gunny sitting in California, who is sending back to the country for his family, is helping India. And India scores highest in terms of remittances. And my heart goes out to all these people who leave their families, go there, sweat, and send money back. It's called as remittances. And I've raised my voice to say that I'm so proud of these people. Because of their remittances, India still has got some chance today. Please understand, every single forum that I go, CII, everybody talks about FDI, foreign direct investment. Everybody talks about FII, foreign institutional investor. Please respect the Indian who has gone abroad and sending money. Highest in the world. $65 billion is what these guys are sending to us. 1991, when India was in a problem, everybody turned their back towards India, but NRIs came into resistance. When I was in SBI Caps, I was the youngest vice president. I still remember we had come out with a Resurgent India bonds, because after Pokhran, The entire world had boycotted India, said Paraya. But then we came out with Resurgent India bonds. Students, please note it and go and study this. I'm not going to explain too much of theory. And the NRIs came and helped India, saying, okay, so what if the Coca-Colas of India, of the world, want to leave India? We will stand by India. Please understand, read about remittances and salute the sacrifices of these people who are going abroad and sweating there in the sun and sending money back. Whether it is Canada, US, UAE, these are the guys who have kept us going. We call it as invisibles. So how do you measure the size of the economy? We measure the size of the economy by two terms. One is called as purchasing power parity. What is purchasing? I'm sure all of you are enjoying this. Even the business people should learn the language. Huh? Hello, learn the language. It makes you feel good. Don't say theory. Don't make fun of theory. Learn the language. Purchasing power parity is very simple. How much does a MACD cost in United States? $1. How much does it cost in India? 75 rupees. So $1 is 75 rupees. Welcome to what is called as, love you all, purchasing power parity. What is purchasing power parity? Parity means equal, same purchasing power. Market exchange rate. So what is market exchange rate? At the prevailing foreign exchange rate. Okay, so Mr. Menon, are you saying that $1 is 50? Possible. But if you go by PPP method, it is $1 is 50. Different measures of measurement, but different measures of measurement. Another one is MER, market exchange rate. Sir ji, business people, please note, PPP bhi use karte hai, MER bhi use karte hai. It is a prevailing rate of the foreign exchange. What we see very clearly here is, respected colleagues, now you understand why this fight. Now you understand why this fight. GDP is a big fight that is happening between India. Chhod rahe abhi 2 minute ke liye. India chhod. Look at the fight between US and China. My wife gave me this wonderful slide. It is the fight between US and China. She's an economist, as I kept saying this. Why is China trying to needle US? Why is President Trump trying to bring China down? This is the battle. If you say PPP, India is slightly better, right? India is slightly better, right? Purchasing power parity. And China, it seems, has overtaken US. China, it seems, has overtaken US. PPP not very much used. Normally, we use what is called as MER. But since I have some students, I thought I should refer this, right? Global share, okay. If you go by PPP terms, US is already slipped. China is number 1. India is around 7%. Now you'll ask me, Menon sir, why are you using PPP? Because our respected Prime Minister has said something which you should know. And that is where I'm not going to say anything beyond that. So somebody has said, no, we will be an X trillion economy. Arey Baba, change the measure of measurement, and you are already there. Okay. Having said that, there is a big battle between US and China. India is now trying to find its way, but US still remains the dominant, right? Not only because of GDP, we have got a separate session coming on US very soon. If you look at the, love these slides, numbers, that number, as Dr. Shrikant says, numbers tell a story, right? Please understand, United States, I'm sure all of you are loving it. Okay, right? United States, clearly in terms of market exchange rate, still the dominant one. China, right there. Japan is there. Japan is aging. Japan is clearly aging. Unfortunate. Wonderful country, but aging. They don't encourage immigrants. So we know what is happening now. But Japan has already come out with a stimulus package of saying all Japanese companies should move out of China. All Japanese companies should move out of China. Germany, good country, very well doing in terms of exports. United Kingdom, I think the empire is trying to come back, but I think those days are gone when they were number 1. France, you all know, I don't want to talk about COVID. I don't like to use that word also. It is challenging times. India is still there, fighting it out. If you look at PPP, India is already at number 3. So all of you all, those are going to make fun of the Prime Minister. I'm sure the announcement will come very soon. Okay. See, please understand, it is how do you measure things in life. Statistics is a wonderful thing. I'm sorry if there are any ladies in this group. Statistics is a wonderful thing. I always crack this joke, and I'm in the mood of a jovial mode today. Statistics is like, my wife is going to hit me for this. Statistics is like a lady's skirt. What it reveals is good, but what it does not reveal is even more important. I'm sorry for this joke, but that is a fact. So a statistics is like a lady's skirt. What it reveals is good, but what it does not reveal is even more important. So that is the way measurement happens. So tomorrow, if somebody is going to tell you we are going to be a 5 trillion economy, my son is already laughing by 2024. I think the numbers have said it all. It's a measure. It's a measure. How do you change the measurement? Having said that, love you all. There's a big battle between China and US. The answers are in these numbers right in front of you. Can India benefit? Answer is yes. Last half an hour, I'm going to say, or last 20 minutes, I'm going to say how India is going to benefit. That special session for business people. Size of the economy, okay, again, the same numbers coming up right in front of you. All these numbers are picked up from public domains. IMF is the source. IMF is the source. Please don't write to me asking for slides. I'll block you all. I will not even entertain that WhatsApp. I'm sorry I'm using this rough language because I attended a paid session and saw my own slides coming back. And I lost money in paying and attending that speaker session. Okay. If you want slides, I will like you to donate to charity and you can take my slides. I don't mind. So that is also open for all of you all. Okay. So why is this all important? But by the way, don't take my slides. This is there on IMF itself. Screenshot lete jana, smart rehna. I'll tell you how you should do it. Take a screenshot straight away. Okay. IMF, right? Economic growth as a goal is most important. GDP growth rate becomes important. Why? Because you have to elevate poverty, and that's what's important, reduce unemployment, a big discussion coming up in India. So what is economic growth? We will talk in terms of the word real, I'll explain later, bete. Please don't ask me a question today. Friday, I'm going to discuss about inflation and other things. So today, if you're 100 crores and you become 105 next year, obviously, what is your rate of growth? Kid stuff, no? 105 minus 100 divided by 100, 5%. Bachcha bolega, hey, hello, if there are any school kids, I love you, bete. I hope I've touched you at a young age. So very simple thing. 105 minus 100 divided by 100, 5% growth rate. Okay, so here it is for you all. I'm loving this, yeah. So what is the comparative figure? Hello, have a look at the comparative figure. Don't go into the word real. Don't go into the word real. I will be explaining nominal and real later. So India is growing at 4.8. India is growing at 4.8 and US is growing at 2.3. Mune, dear Anto or Vinayak, I will like to ask a question here. I'll just pick up all this. Hey, hello, we will do it interactive. Huh? So this question will go at random. I want to pick up Jaysha. I've already interacted. He's a very senior person, by the way. Hey, Inder, I want to talk to Inder. Inder, why US growing at 2% is more than India growing at 4.8%? Inder, bete, chal jaldi. Inder, I don't know him, by the way. Inder, why US growing at 2.3% is better than India growing at 4.8%? Mona, have you unmuted him?
Yeah. Yes, sir.
Inder, bolna re. So give it to somebody else. Inder does not want to speak to me. He's angry with me. Jaspreet Singh. Unmute Jaspreet Singh. Why US growing at 2%? Kavit hai mera bacha. Growing at 2%. Yeah, who is speaking? Bol. Who is this?
This is Jaspreet here.
Hi.
Hi, sir. I think because the currency of US is more...
Currency नहीं है Jaspreet. Currency बाद में आएगा. Simple logic है. Currency नहीं है बच्चे. Somebody else, एक मिनट चलेगा. I don't know. मानस शाह, अरे love him. मानस को दे जल्दी 1 मिनट का आंसर है. ये मानस जल्दी बोल रहे. US growing at 2% is more than India's 5%. Manas is there with his entire family. Answer lies in the
sir,
previous...
can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Yeah, sir, the GDP of US is higher.
Thank you very much. Class, this is called as base effect. Thank you, Manas. God bless you. And I'm sure Ketan sir is also there with you. Namaskar, sir. So please note, right, this is called as base effect. So wherever you read, India is the fastest growing economy, smile. There must be some African country somewhere which is growing at higher rates. It is called as base effect. What is base? If the base is lower, you will go at a higher rate. India's GDP, superb answer, bete. Jaspreet, your answer was good, but I was looking for base effect, bete. And we'll keep this interactive style. Huh? Maja aata hai. There are no mistakes or silly answers. Bindas baat karo, yaar. Right? US base is higher. So US will grow at a lower rate. So as you develop, your GDP growth rate will slow down. But unfortunately, in India, the slowdown has happened much earlier, and that's leading to a lot of problems. The answer is right here. Why? Because of certain problems. We will talk about certain problems a bit later. Okay. Having said this, I want to again repeat the rule of 72. So if you have any target for your company, the Prime Minister has a target for India. If you have any target for your company, please remember the rule of 72. 72 divided by the rate of growth will be the doubling period. So at certain companies, I still remember Bhaskar Shah, he's not here. He's my mentor. He's my mentor, right? At JABS International, India's foremost spice exporter. I love him. A so decent person, but again, whenever I say Bhaskar sir, I feel like just saying namaste to him, right? He says, Menon sahab, double karna hai. And Parimal says this, profit double karna hai. So then what you have to do? Divide 72 by the rate and you'll get your doubling period. Kabhi tak double karna hai? Sir, हमको ना 10 साल में double करना है. 72 divided by 10, you have to grow at 7%. Now younger ones will say, what Menon sir, 10 years में double. I want to double in, right? I want to double. This is GDP. Yeah? You can use it for your business also. Hello, right? Use it for your business also. Younger ones say, 3 साल में double करना है. अरे 3 साल में double करना है तो your rate is 24%. Some of you will say, Menon sir, नहीं 24 years में double करना है तो 3% growth rate चलेगा. So 72 divided by growth rate is number of years. Okay, you can either you give me the number of years or you give me the doubling rate. You give me the rate and you get your answer. Okay, I have said this as GDP. You can please use it for your profitability. This course is attracting a lot of business people and entrepreneurs also. Please remember the rule of 72. Keep your notepads ready. Keep writing these things down. Is a $5 trillion achievable? Answer is yes. By the way, some of you will smile. I think we have already achieved it. Okay. अच्छे दिन आएंगे. अच्छे दिन आएंगे. इसके आगे कुछ नहीं बोलना है बेटे, मार पड़ती है कभी-कभी. So I'll just say अच्छे दिन आएंगे. कभी किसी ने बोला नहीं है ना? ठीक है? This is another big problem in India. GDP is okay, but the bigger problem is per capita income. I'm becoming serious now. GDP is good, but where we have failed as a country is possibly arresting the population growth. I know population is a dividend, but excuse me, respected colleagues, very soon it will be a curse. Today I got a news that some of my friends have lost a job. They have been asked to go. I tried with some of my students who are very kind. Said, please job दे सकते हैं क्या? है बच्चा इसमें रहेगा वो, बहुत अच्छा बच्चा है. He came back saying, sir, हम लोग भी आदमी लोग निकाल रहे हैं, आप कहाँ बोल रहे हो लेने के लिए? Excuse me. Unemployment among the youth is going to be a serious problem. This is the trend in population growth for all the students. India is getting into a major problem, right? One, because the population has shot up like anything. Population has shot up like anything. And because the population has shot up like anything, our per capita income is falling. Our per capita income is falling. There is one more term which I have not got it here, I'm sorry, in the slides, which is called as Gini coefficient. Gini coefficient, likh lo. Gini coefficient is which measures inequality in society. It measures inequality in society. And India's Gini coefficient is, George sir, this is for you, sir. Gini coefficient is working against India. That young man, Joseph Paul, is building houses there. Hey, ऐसा बेचते रहो यार WhatsApp. Don't send me only questions on WhatsApp. Instagram में ये भी डालते ही रहो ना, आप लोग खुशी लगते हैं यार, अच्छा लगता है, कुछ अच्छा काम किया है आपने. I feel thrilled कि I have been teaching you all. आप लोग खाली क्वेश्चंस डालते हो, उद्योग आधार में कैसा रजिस्टर करना है, आंसर कर रहा हो, हर एक का आंसर कर रहा हो, लेकिन कोई अच्छा न्यूज भी डालो ना, तो मुझे भी लगे यार बच्चे कुछ कर रहे हैं. प्लीज डू दैट फॉर मी. आप लोग कर रहे हो अच्छे काम. प्लीज अंडरस्टैंड. अरे गरीब गरीब होते जा रहे हैं इंडिया में, अमीर अमीर होते जा रहे हैं. I have no problem with Mukesh Ambani becoming a richest person. He deserves it because he has done a lot for the country. Today he is manufacturing. I am saying this, I know I'm going to invite controversy today. He is manufacturing PPP at half the price at which India has been importing. That's a businessman. We should respect business people today. But we envy them. We say, "Arey, ye paisa chori karke banaya business people." No, the time has come for us to respect business people. Today, if I am able to address all of you all, it is because today data connectivity is there with me at cheaper costs. Just imagine if Jio would not have been there, I would not have been able to take these courses at these costs. But the sad fact is, India's Gini coefficient is going up. That means somewhere the businessman also has to realize, like many of you all, that you have a social responsibility. Akshay, my student, I keep saying that his wife is serving free of cost at BMC. अभी भी प्यार से मैं 10 बजे वो बच्चे से व्हाट्सएप करता हूँ. वो अलग, वो दूसरा बच्चा है, वो काफ से लीव्स करके कुछ चलाते हैं, सोशल एंटरप्राइज. आई लव टॉकिंग टू देम इन द नाइट. क्यों? They are giving back to society. Gini coefficient measures the inequality in society, and please note, all of you all Indians, that is working against us, there could be a social revolution tomorrow. Please don't think that people will keep quiet, and please look around what is happening in Venezuela and other places. India's population, I am saying again, is good, but it can be a curse. Let's again continue on a positive note. The best part is India is young. So only 9.3% of India's population is basically old in age. So that's a good sign. Look at Japan. 46% is their old age dependency ratio. Hello, please note the measurement. Old age dependency ratio. And India is only 9.3%. So India's population is okay. I would not comment on it, but the youth of India can do something. And that's where I want to talk about Startup India. This is not going to be a theory class. I'm going to ensure everybody takes back something. So this is where India's demographic dividend will pay off, and no criticism of the government here, no sarcasm. And then I'll not allow you to attend my class. Please note. Okay, I know politicians bankers are not giving loans. You can write to me. I'll tell you how to get that loans. Okay. Was one of the fastest growing. I'm very happy, positive. But the problem is unemployment. Look at the numbers, very sad numbers. Where is the unemployment coming from? The major problem is here, educated unemployment. So today, all these MBA students, why am I doing this session? So that tomorrow, if they get an interview, they will be able to get in faster. Because these kids, I'm worried about their jobs now, and some of them are about to finish their course. Love them. And they have put 2 years of their life doing an MBA. Here is the problem, educated unemployment. Okay, right. Please note, you could have cyclical unemployment, structural unemployment. Government has to do something. Government has to do something. This is the unemployment rate. Very simple. It's all unemployed divided by labor force. I don't like these numbers because it's all humbug. These are all humbug. I'm telling publicly. Unemployment rate in India, I don't think it is measured properly. US, yes, you can say this. This is most worrying. So this is the unemployment rate in selected states. I deliberately took up an old slide. Okay, and this is almost similar now also. Excuse me, you can see where it is highest. My parents come from Kerala. But today we are all in Maharashtra. The answer is here right in this slide. Okay, and this is where the problem is. Okay, the state-wise, we have something which is called as Bimaru states. We have something which is called as Bimaru states. Bimaru is Bihar, Rajasthan, Madhya Pradesh and Uttar Pradesh. This is where the problem is, but it's all got to do with the leadership, right? What are the causes of unemployment? Very quick check. One is jobless growth. Yes, many people have business people don't prefer employee, and no discussion here, because they say the rules are archaic, and this government now, because of this COVID crisis, challenging times, has unleashed labor reforms. I have nothing to complain. I think it is needed because hardly 11% of labor is organized today, and they are taking away the pound of flesh. So people are scared to employ. But now that the labor reforms have been unleashed, I think it is good. It will definitely have business people looking at employment, more of them. Agriculture is there in our GDP, but it contributes very less. So the value addition from agriculture, this is where the problem is. 50% of Indians are engaged in agriculture activities, but it contributes hardly 15% of India's GDP. 50% of Indians is contributing to 15% of India's GDP. And as respected Swaminathan sir says that wonderfully, agriculture is the most riskiest profession. Sometimes it is rain, sometimes it is locusts, sometimes it is a money lender. But I have good news. In my sessions, I'm going to talk about agripreneurs. So government has unleashed reforms in agriculture. We are going to talk today, not today. Please don't ask me any questions today. It is a structured presentation. Today, I'll talk about Startup India. but there is something which is called as agripreneur. And if possible, I'll call one agripreneur also to address you all. Hey, Friday, I'm having a guest speaker. Huh? All of you say, no, hotel industry is worst affected. Smita and others, if you're there, I'm going to call Tunga Hotels, the promoter himself. He has 6 hotels. And he's saying, it's okay. I'll come out of this. He's saying with confidence. He's a chartered accountant. He has done his advanced management program from Harvard. He's coming as guest speaker on Friday. So we are going to, my style is simple. There will be a guest speaker. Last time, thanks to Harish sir, you had Harish sir's guest speaker. Now I'm going to structure it also. Hey, hello, this is a bigger problem. More jobless among the educated. That is because there is a gap in education. Industry is saying what we teach, and I am a teacher, what we teach is not relevant for industry. That is where the problem is. And here all the academicians with folded hands, I'm saying, please refer to what Germany is doing. And you'll understand why industry is saying that there is a skill gap. I don't want to say anything beyond that. I don't want to hurt anybody, but definitely industry is right. People do not understand a simple thing called as IRR. That is a skill gap. There's no doubt about that. Somebody should have told them IRR is same as compound interest. End of the matter. Where can you use it? Simple. But there is a skill gap. Here, somebody like Ketan sir is doing a wonderful job, right? He has started a training institute only to encourage people, engineers to fill in the skill gap. I always say this to Ketan sir, it's unfortunate you are in India. If you would have been abroad, you would have been awarded some prize today. People in India don't understand, they don't respect business people. They don't understand why people want you to be skill trained. Hello class, especially the students, please keep referring to this so that you can use it in your jobs. This is the numbers here. Rural men, 187 out of 1,000 are unemployed. This is a joke. And when I was in Cochin, I was getting into some construction activity. And there was this wonderful engineer with me, Harun. I'll give you the name. Arun, kya tha sir name? Huh? Arun Srinivas and Dudet. Now what Arun said, something was very interesting. He said, my salary is not increasing. It is increasing by 5% if at all. But the labor, their salary is increasing year on year. The answer is simple. Engineers are dime a dozen. Sorry if I'm hurting anybody. But labor is not available. So labor demand supply gap. So I have a colleague who is a company secretary. I became an engineer. And this gentleman went and did company secretary. Makran Joshi. And I asked Makran, those days I talked to him, you're doing a company secretary. You scored 90% in SSC. Why are you doing company secretary? He said, no, I'm enjoying what I'm doing. I want to study company secretary. Today, when I look back at him, I realized he has half the Mumbai clients with him. Because only today, kids have realized the importance of company secretary. So all the kids here who are just about to enter college, please follow your passion and watch the movie 3 Idiots. Please understand, then the money will flow. Rural women, same thing, right? So this is a big circle of concern, right? Half an hour is over. Love you all. Now I will talk the practical part. Circle of concern, circle of opportunity. Enough of thing. Where is the circle of action? Where is the circle of action? So now we start circle of action.